Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. If you don't know me, my name is Duhamel Bentley, and today we're actually heading north of what we normally do. I don't know where is north down this way? Girl, I need to go back to school for that because I literally don't know what north, south, east, west looks like. All right? So, if you want to see me try for the first time ever the iconic microfiber hypoallergenic sponge that has an ergonomic shape and allows you to do precision placements on your face. Keep on watching because we're about to get into this. All right, guys, so what we're talking about today in particular is the brand Juno & Co. Now, this brand you can find online or you can go to Target.com and see it as well. Now, this is what the packaging looks like. It's really, really cute, very lively, has a lot of really cute little, stickers on it. So it's very youthful. It's a microfiber rosé velvet sponge. And it has, again, in the back, a little bit of information. It says seamless results every time. It says achieve the ultimate foundation coverage with this makeup brush plus blender fusion sponge. Okay. And save 50% off. Well, not off your product, but off the spending. I wish it was 50% off my product. But it does say, spend 50% off less time applying it. It's an innovative design that it is perfect for blending in all formulas. Okay, so this is what the sponge looks like dry. It's a pink, beautiful little sponge. I think it's really, really cute because it's a little bit fatter, a little bit more round on this side than the Beauty Blender is. And it's also a little bit smaller, which is lovely because a lot of the times when we want to get in precision, smaller, sometimes it's a little bit better because of the fact that when you have a huge sponge, let's say, for example, my powder puff, you can't really, unless you're like really damaging in the sponge and getting into those little crooks and crannies, the sponge life will be, diminished to say the least. So again, this is what the sponge looks like dry. It has this little flat top area here, which is what I'm assuming they mean by precision. You can go in very comfortably within the actual concealer or foundation or cream, which we'll work into it. So let me do this. Let me wet the sponge so we can start our application process, and I will be right back. All right, so we are back now, and the sponge is wet. I gotta say, it didn't really change much within its actual size, but it did get wider, and it does get a little bit juicier, a little bit more plumper, which is really, really cute. It's really nice. Overall, the imagery of the sponge feels really nice, but it also feels really different from what I've ever used. It's almost like felt, but when felt meets like luxury and velvety type of dreams, like that's the kind of vibe, if that makes any sense to you. But if you can see here up close, it has those little kind of velvety, felty type of finger, feeling good and sunny. All right. So now that the sponge is wet, let's get the foundation on. I've already kind of prepped my skin, using the primer, and I'm gonna be using, just any old foundation that you got at home will work, honey. But let's see within the application here. Okay. So I guess we should start with this area here so we can kind of explore. So on my hand, to be honest with you, it kind of blended it quite seamlessly, very, very quickly. I'm gonna start applying this, and I gotta say, it claims that whatever product you're using, it's going to double, right? So you want to use less amount of product because you're going to be getting more bang, essentially, for your buck. You're going to be really getting a lot of coverage or a lot of product visibility with the sponge in particular, which is really lovely. And I gotta be honest with you, this is kind of nice. Like, it looks really full coverage right off the bat. And this is a medium coverage foundation. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit shook right here, right now. It's really blending out very, very seamlessly. It doesn't feel any different on the face. It does feel a little weird on the hand when you're not used to touching that velvety kind of sensation, but on the face, I can't tell the difference. It does feel a little bit stiffer comparing it to the OG Queen Girl Miss Beauty Blender, right? But I gotta be honest with you, I'm not missing the Beauty Blender feeling. And looking at my skin, I mean, she looks really good for like one layer foundation, and like the coverage is incredible. Like I think that definitely it's working to what it's saying it is. This is what it looks like essentially so far. Now this sponge has 2 layers, and we'll get into that in a second, you know, where we will talk about, you know, how it works and, you know, all of that good jazz. But on first impressions, I've got to be honest with you, I'm really liking how effortless this was. Let me kind of grab my little mirror here and get a little bit closer to make sure. Yeah, this is looking very full coverage with a little bit of product that I use. And I mean, it is quite easy to get in the little nooks and crannies of the nose, around, you know, the eye area, which I'm excited to go in with the concealer and see how this works, especially with this more tapered section, which is supposed to be very precise, very delicious. But on first impressions, generally, I would typically do 2 layers to really get the opacity and kind of coverage. I don't necessarily need a lot of coverage, but this is surprising me right here, right now. So for concealer today, I'm going to be utilizing 2 different concealers just because, girl, we're extra like that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're extra too, I don't know what you're doing. So make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, notification bell, so you don't miss any of the craziness, and binge watch. It is a thing. All right. So again, for concealers, we're going to be utilizing the Shape Tape Glow Wand. I love how hydrated this leaves my under eye. If you guys want to see a full review of any of the products individually we are going to be working here, leave it in the comment down below and I'll be so happy to take care of that for you. But for right now, she's the girl that we're talking about. All right. So starting off kind of in the inner corner, because it is a little bit brighter, I'm just gonna, you know, work it in there. Make sure mama's looking good and fresh and ready for the world, because you know the world can be a very dark place. So we want to make sure we're concealed so the darkness stays very far away from us. All right? Okay. So starting again with the tapered side, more for the precision, I'm going to start kind of working the concealer in the eye. And already I can like see how beautiful this is, like blending everything together. Like I don't really need to do too much, but I've got to be honest with you. It is a sponge. You're going to have to blend equally as you would with whatever sponge is in the market right now. But I have to tell you that the seamlessness that the sponge is giving me and the effortlessness the sponge is giving me, it's worth a try for sure. Okay, so now that the first layer of concealer is on, I mean, I love how luminous this concealer is. It's just so gorge. But it was very effortless, very easy. I feel like definitely this microfiber sponge is really kind of pushing and elongating the life of my product, which is actually really nice because cosmetics can be a little expensive, if not a lot of expensive. So having something like this is actually really refreshing. I'm excited to continue to use this. We're gonna go in with my second concealer, and this is shade Bone by Kylie Cosmetics. Girl, don't blame me. You know mama's been shopping at a discount because a whole bunch of stuff happened there. However, I know a lot of Kylie Cosmetics is being renewed, revamped, redone, remade, and if you want to see a review of that, leave it in the comment down below, girl. All right, so we're looking like it's happening right here, right now. So we're gonna go back in And I don't know if I should have used this much concealer. So usually this is how much I utilize, but again, we're having a sponge that it's really cutting the life of our product, or the quantity of our product better to explain myself by 50%. So, that's the claim. And I honestly can tell you that I can see it happening. Oh, girl, do you see this? Oh, hi. Hello, I'm sorry. Yes, I was just blending my makeup right here, right now. Girl, I've got to be honest. Usually I don't have a hard time working the blend of the products. However, this is very effortless and very, very nice, very user-friendly. I think someone that is new to makeup or someone that's new to sponging, if that's even the term, girl, I don't know. If you know the term better than sponging, leave it in the comment down below. But I think this is fabulous. Very, very nice for the fabulous price. This is $6. Did I say that? Girl, $6. Very affordable. Love it. Okay. Oh, honey, this concealer is looking amazing. Foundation is looking amazing. I'm making sure that we don't have any lines because, you know how it is, girl. But this is looking phenomenal. I have a little bit on the nose here, so let me make sure we pick her up right here, right now. And this is the result. What do you guys think? Do you see what I'm seeing here? Girl, the blend is seamless. But let's not stop there. Let's do this. Let's go in with a Iconic London. This is the sheer bronzer. Now, this is a bronzer. However, it's a liquid form, so you can use it underneath the actual veil of powder to kind of increase and create, more dimension on the skin. So let me make sure to shake this very thoroughly. And let's go ahead and dot this on the skin. Always, in my advice and opinion, when you're using creams, how about that? Okay, so we're gonna go off with this side here, and I'm gonna start blending it. Now, something interesting, a little tip that I have for you guys is whenever you're working with any kind of bronzing product or blush product that is cream, my best piece of advice, unsolicited but very helpful advice, isn't that how usually we think it is? Whoever gives the unsolicited piece of advice, that whether you ask for it or not, we think it's very helpful. That's why we do the unsolicited aspect of it. I don't know, girl. Leave it in the comment down below if you know what I'm saying. But this is very soft, so, work your way up. Definitely work your way up. I definitely want to create something that's very soft, very nice and natural. So far, it's blending out quite lovely in person. In camera, what do you guys think? Is this looking delicioso? I don't know. Now, this is, again, very natural. So you can use double, you can go back in and apply however many times you'd like. I like how it starts to warm up the skin. And usually when I'm working on creams, trial and error, honey, trial and error. It really has been, using less is more, kind of making sure that I can go back in and kind of fix whatever I need to fix. Before, I used to just kind of slap it on, and before I knew it, I was like, ah! So please take your time, especially when you're working with creams. It is worth it. Creams are beautiful. It's a beautiful product to work with. Like, it not only elongates the life of your makeup, but it also really makes a nice, beautiful difference on how it wears and it lasts throughout the entire day. Because, of course, if you're building it, it's going to give the opportunity to, to just have a longer longevity within your skin. So bronzer is officially in, or the contour aspect of it. Something that I really enjoy about this product is that, again, it's just so subtle and it just gives you the most natural kind of shading to your face. This is in shade Caramel Glow. So let's make sure to continue this off because I'm feeling good right here, right now. This is looking delicious and natural. So I really, really do enjoy that. Now, Off to the next product, we're going to be using the Milk. These are the cream blushes. You can utilize this in your cheek, and you can also utilize this in your lips. This is shade Hollow or Halo. I'm just getting into these cream babies. I'm just getting into them. So let's start applying this. Okay. So I went a little heavy. I did. Before I knew it, I went a little heavy. But what we're going to do is we're going to use this bottom part here and pray to the Milk gods to make sure this blends out beautifully. So I gotta tell you, it blended out really, really easily. As you can see, this shade Hollow or Halo has a lot of like dimension to the product. However, I did notice I had to blend out a little bit more because when I first applied the product, I felt that it kind of just stuck there for a little bit. However, after a little bit of grease in the elbow and going at it, she's looking, you know, like, oh, divine. So let me do this, girl. Because again, you know, we're talking about Miss here, Micro Deliciousness, Juno & Co. sponge. Let me set my skin. Let me finish off my makeup. And let's come back and talk legit business. Because I gotta tell you, first impressions on this is quite interesting. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so my makeup is fully done, and I've gotta tell you, I'm really surprised over this little sponge. Everything just blended out so seamlessly. As a base, I think this worked so well. I've got to be honest with you, for $6, I love the ergonomicness of it. I love the little precision application cut that they did here. As you can see here, you definitely can see that, you know, the product is staying on top. You can kind of see the pink shading underneath the product. And essentially what this is that they have a little sponge inside of this, and that's in microfiber, ultra soft, non-absorbing product. So this allows almost like a barrier for you to kind of reutilize your product as you're pushing back and you're pushing forth. The product that's bouncing back and forth, what's helping you build and kind of blend everything together, is a traditional layer of sponge, which essentially, you know, just helps you kind of get everything, you know, smooth and blended, and what we love originally from sponges, but without the absorbency of the product. So I really did enjoy that. I can see it, which is the most interesting part of it. Definitely gotta tell you that I noticed that my product, a lot less of a product, was gonna get me a lot more places. So that's definitely something really interesting. They were saying on the website that this one's actually softer than their Velvet one. I haven't tried that one. Honestly, this is the first product I ever utilized from Juno & Co. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm very thoroughly surprised, very excited, because everything just worked so well with this. I really did come to enjoy it. I've got to tell you, in today's experience, I'm most definitely gonna go back, purchase some more, utilize this until it breaks, because I don't have words to express to you how beautiful and lovely this worked. I baked with it. Everything that you guys saw on camera, everything just worked really smoothly. And I've got to be honest with you, this is one of the best sponges that I've used. I love the Beauty Blender, and I have so many different, you know, sponges, but this is something that I urge you, that if you're looking for something that you're like, well, I don't like sponges, because sometimes that's me right here. I strayed away from sponges for a while because I was nervous that I wasn't going to be able to clean this properly. However, because this is the microfiber layer, the product isn't going into the sponge. So, you know, once you cleanse it, it's clean. You cleanse it properly, and once it's done, you don't have to be back and forth and soaking it, which is what I do. I usually do a first cleanse, then I soak them for like half an hour, sometimes a little bit more if I forget. Hopefully not. Then I, you know, go back and forth. If you guys want a full video of me cleaning my sponges, comparing this sponge to other sponges, leave in the comment down below. I'll be so happy to take care of that. With that said, you guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to come and join us in the DoFae family. We are ever so growing, ever so changing, and there's so much going on and coming to the channel. I don't want you to miss it. So make sure to hit the notification bell, the thumbs up, so you know. We know. And leave a comment down below, girl. You're already at it. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.